Hey, this sounds like my college professor. 1 minute late, you were late. We should show up to college. He would be like, "You're late.
Hmm.
You're late." When was the last time somebody said you was late, Antoine?
Probably like the day before yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Mm, I'm not good with time.
Oh really?
Nah, that's my that I got an assistant. She just managed my schedule for me.
You don't. You on that old 4 hour work week type joint.
I don't think it's that's a myth. Like you can't really work 4 hours. Like you know what I mean. Like you could, but like you're gonna be so out of touch with your business.
I don't know how they would do it. Round up. Come on in, y'all. We're here with the man, Antoine. Let me get my little rag. It's so hot down here. Lights, camera, action. People have no idea how much these lights are hot in the air. Looks like it's raining. Wait, is it raining up there?
Yeah, it's kind of raining. It's 60 degrees today.
It got
I ain't
crazy.
even been out. I ain't been out of the house all day. I've been working all day in the house. I came outside and said, "Man, it's 60 degrees." Then tomorrow be 85. So I don't know.
I saw that. Yeah, it's supposed to be warm tomorrow. Round up, come on in. This is Kris Haskins. You know, my mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. I have the honor of hanging out with Antoine Campbell today. Antoine Campbell, what up, homie?
What's up with it, man? Appreciate you for having me on.
Yeah, it's an honor to be in your presence, and we're going to give him some nuggets tonight. I've been watching you for quite a while. I see you're doing some amazing things. Give me some background. I was reading and listening to you were in the food prep business a long time ago. I can't wait for you to tell that story.
Correct. Yeah, so my name is Antoine Campbell. I'm from Washington, D.C., currently living in the state of Maryland. And, I grew up in the D.C. You know, I moved to Maryland when I was about 11, 12 years old. Went to elementary school, middle school. Graduated from Carlson High School 2007. As soon as I graduated, I supposed to went to straight into real estate. Real estate always been a passion. Shout out to my grandfather. I used to work on the weekends with him
What
and
do you
help him
do?
on the. So he used to do like concrete work, demolition work. Like helping people with their rehabs.
Mm.
And when I started hanging around him for 3, 4 years as a child, I said, man, this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like the
What?
day that man handed my grandfather a $5,000 check, and all we did was tool out a few doors and throw it in the back of a pickup truck. I said, granddad, if that man willing to pay you 5K, imagine what he making. So ever since then, I just been hooked on real estate.
How old were you, Antoine?
I had to been no more than 10 years old.
And you, my daughter see me pull out 100,000 from the bank, and I don't even think they get it. It's like but you saw that 5.
Oh man, I saw them 5 stacks. I was like, let's go. Like, and then I don't know if you remember the UPN channel, like the infomercials to come on, and people walk on the beach and had their little bikini. You can live a life like this with real estate, and this is all this little stuff that kept, going in my head. I'm like, man, listen, no matter what I do in life, I gotta get to real estate.
Okay. Round up. I love this story. I just love people from coming from left to right, from anywhere in life. I don't care if you have a degree, if you broke, if you got money, if you got connect. Real estate is, in my opinion, is the great equalizer. Either you're an owner or you ain't.
I agree.
Owner or you ain't. So this business, this country was in my, once again, my opinion, is designed for the owners. Like if you ain't gonna be trying to get in the game to own a business and have some type of assets, then you're not even you're not even exercising the American dream. Antoine Campbell. So we're going to get into this virtual assistant. This man has really, from what I've seen, outsourced so much stuff. Round up, and I asked him to come on to help you outsource some of your real estate business. So where does all this stuff come from, Antoine, regarding outsourcing and actually having a business to do this? Because not a lot of people think about it like that.
Yeah, let's take it back, right? So, I got a background in hospitality. So when I came out of high school 2007, I supposed to went straight into real estate. 2007, 2008 hit. My dad lost his house. I said, you know what? This might not be for me right now. So I end up getting a job at a hotel called Gaylord down at the National Harbor. And the manager hired me to wash dishes. And he was like, hey, we need people to work. What could you do? I said, I was sarcastically joking, like I always do. Shit, man, if you pay me good enough, I come here washing dishes. And he said, just the man I want to talk to. I can't find nobody to wash dishes for me. And
Wow.
he said, if I give you $12.40, would you come work for me? And I looked at him and said, hell yeah, when you want me to come work for you? And
Wow.
because at the time I was working at McDonald's, I was like the kitchen manager. I was making $8.25 an hour. And
What year
to
was
go
this?
from, man, this was 2008, bro. Like, so I went straight from. I never went to college. I went straight from high school to working. Well, I stayed working, but I just went straight to working. You know what I mean? And $4 hour pay, man. That changed my life. At the time, I didn't have no children. I didn't have no house. I had no responsibilities. And my store managers were only making $11 an hour. So when they found out I was leaving McDonald's to go work at a hotel, they were so bitter. And I kept humble and I kept my poise and I said, man, best of luck to everybody, even though I knew they didn't like me. And I went down to the hotel, man, and literally that was my college. That was my college slash mastermind to prepare me for entrepreneurship, I think.
How is
And
that from doing dishes?
it's bigger than dishes, right? So I started off doing dishes, but quickly it's very fast paced, right? I worked in banquets. So in the banquets department, we're responsible for doing weddings, conventions. You ever went to like a meetup or a luncheon or something, and they bring out the sandwiches and all that to you? That was my job. I was responsible for all of that stuff. And it taught me situational awareness. It taught me how to think really quickly. It taught me how to uh, stay humble and disciplined. It was good days. It was bad days. And then they taught me a whole lot of leadership stuff. They spent millions of dollars in a leadership program, and just like advancing us. And I got my promotion. So I say when I was 19 years old, they promoted me to be a lead steward, and basically that was like a $62,000 a year job. And I was 19 years old making $62,000 a year.
Couldn't
So
tell you nothing. Couldn't tell you nothing.
man, I couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? Like, but the one thing I knew that I had to keep this going because, no one in my family made that type of money. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Outside of my granddad and my dad, that was entrepreneurs, but anybody else, they ain't really made much money, $20,000, $30,000 a year jobs, but that was about it. And I knew right then and there, man, I gotta take this stuff and soak it up. So here's the secret. The Gaylord was a convention business, So all of your Fortune 500 companies, all of your big conventions came there to teach and show their partners and franchisees and whatever conventions they was having the information. So as I'm cleaning off the table for the dishes, I'm taking these pamphlets
Oh,
and these binders and I'm taking them home. And my wife, like at the time, she was my girlfriend, LaShawn. What are you doing? And I'm like, man, I always kept that entrepreneur discipline. Like, I got to get out of this place, even though they paying me good. I know for a fact, I piss off the wrong manager. I'm out of here. I'm 19 years old. Everybody that answers to me is literally old enough to be my mother or father, and I just felt
wow.
uncomfortable. Yeah. And so I
That is
started reading this stuff,
crazy.
and I started, really embracing the KPIs and metrics and how they distort like their thought process. And man, that propelled me to create my first business, which was a bus. And it's the first time I ever told this story. I started a fundraising company at first to fundraise for public schools and things like that. And
Mhm.
the reason why I didn't continue with it because the person I was partnering with, I just couldn't see me making all this money with him and knowing his character. So I said, you know what? I'd rather not just do this business. And next thing you know, I came to my wife a year and a half later and I told her, hey man, let me get out tax returns so I can invest in a business. I figured out a business that costs around about $10,000 to start up, and that's what we was getting. And she was so upset. Well, how do you want to spend our money? And I had to argue. I said, listen, you know, what else we gonna do with the money? We're gonna buy a new couch. We might buy some clothes, some New Balances. We do the
Whatever.
same dumb shit every year. Let's
Mhm.
take this money and try to make something happen with it. And literally, like we started our first business while I was at the hotel, bro. And and it was going terrible. The first
What
6 months.
what business was that one?
So I ran multiple tag and title agencies. Well, my first business was one tag and title office, and in the state of Maryland, you were able to open up a tag office where people don't have to go to the DMV and get their tags. They can come straight to you and you process the tags and you
Oh,
have the tags for you. So I always knew in my head that you got to get in the service business. You got to get in the business where you're not, front end heavy with overhead and things like that. So
Service
around the
business.
6 months mark of when I got terminated from the hotel.
So you only lasted 6 months, though.
No, not 6 months. I lasted 5 years.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm talking about around the 6 months mark into having my business, I got terminated.
I got you.
So I had the hotel job, and then I had my business, and then my wife, while I was at work, she would go work the business. But when they terminated me, man, I came home, I was crying, I was so upset.
Me
And then
too.
I looked at my wife like, hey man, let's take this business we got and let's try to go to the moon. And then literally like 3 months later, man, we started hitting $20,000-$30,000 a month in our pocket. And that was life changing for me. You're going from making $4K a month to 20,000-30,000 a month.
Big difference.
It's a big
Big difference.
difference. It's a big difference.
I wish you could paint a picture. Some of my rounduppers may not understand the Gaylord. I mean, to me, that is, I can't
It's
even
one of the
describe
biggest
the
hotels on the
magnitude.
Eastern Seaboard. It's a 2,000-room hotel.
It's a resort in a building. I mean, it's a resort in a building.
It's a big glass atrium, like it's 20 stories tall. We got a big convention center. It's like 1 million square foot convention center space. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I've never seen. When I went there, I thought I was in a small city. I mean, it's
you gotta go there during Christmas time. They got the Christmas tree hanging and the fake snow coming down and it's hitting your skin. It's really
I've been
nice.
there. Yep, I've been through the whole ice thing and everything, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't cheap though. I'm round up. You go spend some money. Round up. We're here with me. I would announce you. We're here with Antoine Campbell talking about virtual assistants. I would like him to give your background because I want you to know that he can do this business just like he's doing it. You can do it too. It's not like it's reserved for anybody, any origin, nationality, race, creed, and none of that stuff. I'm like, this dude, one of the realest guys that I've met so far. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Antoine.
I appreciate you guys for having me. So to wrap up that story, the business started doing good. Everything started doing great. I looked at my wife and said, hey, I'm not happy, right? Like we're making 20, 30K a month, some months 40, 50. I would never really talk about money to people, but I just feel like people got to understand the whole idea why I jumped into real estate. Yeah. And I told her, I said, listen, I just want to do my real estate thing. Like that was on my heart. Like one thing, guys, if you don't take nothing from this interview, try to do things that serve you, that make you feel good inside, because the money, none of that matters if you're not happy.
It's another dollar, dude.
Yeah, the mental illness in this country is a real thing. So you got to make sure that serves you mentally. But anyway, so I looked at her, I think 2016, that's when I started really just running around from meetup to meetup. The meetup model, you get robbed, they send you on bus tour, they do all this, but they never really teach you the business. And then next thing you know, I went to YouTube, man. I started watching videos like Sean Terry and all these guys, and they started talking about cold calling and all this. And I'm like blown away, like, why nobody never teach me this? So next thing you know, I started studying this stuff, and I locked myself in the house for like 3 months and started learning. I get a phone call from a buddy of mine named John Matt. He's from Northern Virginia. Hey, bro, I know you said you hate cold calling. I got this VA girl. She gonna look out for you. She got VAs for $3 an hour. I said, $3 an hour? Who the hell will work for $3 an hour? I just couldn't wrap my mind around that concept. I knew that people around the world work for cheap, but I just ain't know how much. And I said, man, I can work an overnight job for $3 an hour if it came down to it. Okay, send me her number. Long story short, the girl who I was introduced to is a manager, and she had her own little VA agency. She was a Filipino. And the girl attitude was so terrible, bro. Like, she treated me like trash. She was talking to me any type of way. Her customer service, like, it was just trash. So I looked at her and said, listen, there's no way this relationship gonna work. How about I just pay you a finder's fee for this one VA, and you ride off in the sunset, and I deal with her and figure it out on my own. She said, cool. I sent her a PayPal, and we started working. And the girl like, hey, what we gonna do, boss? I'm like, I don't know much about what a VA do, but I know what a business is supposed to do. And next thing you know, I started building out every system I need to make my business functional. So for 3 months straight, me and her just worked, building stuff out, calling, doing little stuff, but we weren't really getting no traction. I knew I needed to have a complete setup. And next thing you know, I looked there and said, okay, let's double down. I need 2 more people. So she went out and found 2 good people for me. And the rest is history, bro. So we put that system together, and I started closing deals. I started locking up deals and doing my thing. And then, the DC market, it's not that it's not that great when it comes to consistency. So I started looking at ways to kind of like do it, virtually. And next thing you know, I'm doing deals in Pennsylvania, I'm doing deals in Florida, I'm doing deals in North Carolina, I'm doing deals in South Carolina, doing deals in Georgia.
Wow. Sweet. So this is wholesale. Let me ask you, the majority of your exit strategies is wholesale?
Yeah, so like I fix and flip in Pennsylvania primarily. Done a bunch of flips up there. I've done some flips in Maryland, done a couple of flips in DC.
Mhm.
And but now like it's strictly virtual wholesaling. I'm looking to get into a multifamily,
Yep.
less than 10 units.
Mhm.
So we got the tools and the systems to really find an owner. So that's my next move, man. Like finding something where I don't have to work and sweat every day. Cause wholesaling, man, it's a hustle game. You gotta sweat every day.
Listen, y'all, and I love that you said that you're taking this from a system man, and you're still saying wholesaling is work and sweat. Why is that?
Because man, people got the one thing people don't measure into their ability to move forward in the wholesaling process is that it's 80% psychology. Like this, persuading the seller and talking to the sellers and building a rapport. And yes, my offer makes sense, but for some,
Hold on a second, Antoine. We lost you. I think your phone ringing or something. Round up, get your questions in the chat. Make sure you put them in the chat. We're gonna get to Q&A after I talk to Antoine for a few more minutes. I do have my channel membership. If you would love to bless us and help us continue to make content, there's a little join button right down there. That button will allow you to be one of our exclusive VIP members. It just helps me to continue to make content, right? And you get all your questions answered first during our lives with our guests. And I just wanted to give the busy entrepreneur and busy professional just a little something extra, right? It's just going to cost you nothing but a large coffee from Starbucks. And I want to let you know that I appreciate you. I appreciate you for supporting my channel, y'all. This is not easy setting all this stuff up. My internet went down Friday. I had this big thing with Pack Your Bag David I was trying to get set up for you. Hopefully I can bring you back on tomorrow with that. But get signed up for that.
sorry
Antoine?
about that. Yeah, I got my phone on do not disturb. I don't know who slipped past. It's probably one of
It's
my
all
apps
good.
on my phone.
So where were we? We were at the girl. You had got the VA, trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
Now
we got the VA. Like I paid off. I'm big on convenience, guys. Like, live your life on convenience. So I paid off. Like I don't feel like dealing with her attitude, her talking to me trash. And then I knew right then and there. I just started doing my thing. I started posting a lot. Start showing. Like I'm not the guy that's gonna post the checks. I'm not the guy that's gonna post the hoods. Like,
you know what? That's new
like,
money, and I'm not mad at people, but I can tell that's new money.
yeah, like, cause I don't seen $30,000-$40,000 a month, so like I don't have to kind of
Yeah,
prove to you guys and validate I'm making money.
new money.
Even from an asset perspective, like if your stuff ain't all the way right with the IRS, like I be telling guys, like I know dudes that ain't paying their taxes and they posting hoods and stuff. I'm like, man, you incriminating yourself. Like
New
I'm not saying
money.
don't pay your taxes, but like like everything you post on the internet, they can put in discovery and use it against you. That's all I'm telling you.
New money. New money.
So yeah.
I love it when I see the checks. I'm like, here we got new guys. I'm happy for them though, Antoine.
Yeah, so like I started doing my thing, and then the guy named Steve Train called me, hit me up like, hey, I love what you're doing, man. I love for you to come to Arizona and tell your story. I'm like, what? My story? Like, I'm just getting started. Who want to hear me? Like, the guys come on your show, they doing 200, 300 deals a month, and then so then I accepted the challenge. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect. Like, I'm like, hey, man, I'm this guy from DC, about to fly to Arizona and get on one of the biggest stages in my head that I can think of, the Steve Train podcast. And next thing you know, we just sitting there like talking. So I looked at my wife. Shout out to my wife, guys. If you don't have nobody strong in your corner,
You're
get
in
somebody.
trouble. Yeah,
It don't even have to be your wife. Just a friend, a cousin, somebody that's gonna keep you on your game and tell you the things that you need to hear, even when you don't feel like hearing them. Right? And she just over there just nodding me at me and making sure I'm good. Cause man, I cuss like a pirate, so I be
we
having
got
to
to hold
kind
his
of
head on.
yeah. So we talking and he asking me about the VAs. So I'm like, yeah, man, I got my VAs doing this, we doing this, we doing that, yeah, we doing this, we doing that, and I'm just laying it out there. And bro, like by the time I got off the show, like my inbox had like 200 DMs, like it was crazy.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, I'm thinking that what I do for my business is a normal practice, like everybody else doing it. Come to find out, man, nobody wasn't really managing and doing the VAs like that. At that time, you either hired a $12 hour call center to do your stuff for you, or you just failed until you figure it out on your own. It
Let's stay
wasn't
there
that
for a minute. Let's talk about people that try to hire VAs on their own. I've been there. I've hired people that come and go. Just paint that picture for my
oh
round-uppers.
man, like recruitment is a tough thing.
It's a
Like
beast.
just locally. So imagine trying to do recruitment with somebody that 8,500 miles away. You know, you got to figure out their personality. You got to make sure they're not lying to you. You got to make sure that they're qualified for the position. You got to train them. It's so many things. You got to make sure that their hard skills and their soft skills align to the things that you hire them to do. And people are good at telling you what you want to hear until it's time to perform. And then next thing you know, you're like, oh, you don't know nothing that you told me you knew. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my Lord.
So that's why, I say 75% of VAs people hire on their own without somebody helping them. They usually don't last for less than 2-3 months. I can guarantee you that. I got the data to back it up. So I think that then you can go the call center way. But the issue with the call center way is you're not benefiting. Like they give you leads and stuff, but you're not benefiting as far as building a relationship with a VA directly. You know what I mean? And building that company culture. So either way,
Challenging.
it's still like kicking a
Challenging.
can down the road, stuff that you still need to address. So like, you know, people like, hey, can you help me? Can you hire me? I'm like, man, bro, I'm trying to grow my business. I don't have time for you guys. I appreciate it. I'm flattered, but like, I don't care about the attention, bro. I don't care about the popularity. Like, I just try and make some money for my family. That always been my attitude.
That's how
And
you
like,
really, really get popular, when you don't do it for the popularity.
right. And then like after the third, like the 300 DM, like I looked at my, like even now I got like 1,000 friend requests unanswered. Like I'm not big on like that attention stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do something for everybody, not just for the culture, but for everybody. Like I'm gonna do something that's never been done before. I'm going to put a course together that's going to teach and show people how to find and hire and train and manage their VAs, and most importantly, how to manage yourself in order to manage the VAs. I think that's the number one piece. Everybody felt that they got a job, they got at home responsibilities, they got a crazy schedule, and they just can't take the time to give this VA the time they need. And 3-4 months down the road, after they spent all their money, they point the finger at the VA. Well, you're the reason why I'm failing. Instead of saying, no, I'm not a good leader. I don't have the systems and the processes in place, and I set this VA up for failure. So we created VA Mastery. And I'm telling you, it's a movement that I never seen before. Thousands of people enrolled in this course.
Look at this, Antoine. We got a VA. Leo says we got a VA from you a year ago, and they're still working with us. No complaints, just compliments.
Man, appreciate the love, man. Like, we helped everybody, but you gotta remember this. When we first went into this, we just created a course. We weren't even trying to do the VA. We were just trying to show you how to do it on your own. And then we just started getting so many people like, man, bro, like, can you just help me get the VA, blah, blah. And next thing you know, I took one of my main VAs and said, hey, go find me 20 VAs and we're going to give them to our customers. And then before I know it, I'm like, hey, man, it's a business. Like, this taking more time for my real estate business than this. Man, I need to go ahead and structure this right and adjust accordingly. And because people, I don't care. One thing I learned my daddy told me is, and my granddaddy told me is, if a person give you $1, they're going to hold you accountable. And it don't matter about the money. Once they commit and give you something, they expect for something in return. So I said, okay, well, let me tighten up and really build a business so we can deliver good service. And I'm not perfect, right? We learned so much over the years. We learned, and as far as failures and mistakes and processes and stuff, we done paved the way for the average person that when they come into this business, they don't have to go through 80% of the stuff before I came about because of the VA Mastery.
That's why I wanted to bring you on, because I think there's a lot of new investors that could really use your services. We're going to give you, matter of fact, I negotiated some goodies with him and his team. I've been on a video chat with Antoine. He didn't come on by himself. He's like Ron LeGrand, rolling up with VAs to do the work. Round up. So we're going to give them a late. We might as well, since they're here, we're 25 minutes in. I got a few more minutes. So tell us about, we got a couple things coming up, Antoine. I mean, so much to talk to you about.
Man, you can talk to me for 2 days.
You got the mastery thing roundup. If you go ahead and do the so he's got the VA mastery. Tell us what you're offering us, and we're gonna keep talking though. So if somebody wants to get started.
So VA mastery, right? If you're looking, say for example, who is the VA mastery for? It's for anybody who can afford $100 a week for a VA salary after you pay the fee up front, right? Look at the VA as a part of your marketing budget. So when some people say, "Oh, you need to get a deal before you get a VA," that's baloney, right? Because are you gonna wait and get call tools until after you got a deal? No, it's the same concept. They cold call, they SMS, get a VA, come to a company like us that can help and teach you and mold you to be a leader that you can be, and ride off in the sunset. That's one VA mastery. We got a special discount for everybody that's on Kris podcast that's watching it, even a replay. Click the link in the show notes. That he'll take good care of you. Also, we have a virtual wholesaling mastermind, so one-day event. Listen, if you can afford a steak at Ruth Chris Steakhouse, or better yet, Outback Steakhouse, $49 gets you in the door, guys. This stuff is some powerful stuff. We're going to give you a workbook. We're going to give you the contract, the scripts. We're going to teach you everything from start to finish to structure a sound wholesaling business virtually.
So, Antoine, why do you want a virtual assistant? Some people might just say, I just do the daggone call it myself. I do the text messages. I do the this. I do the that.
Man, it's the convenience, man. Like, how could you scale your business quickly without such a crazy overhead? Do you not know here in America, like a $15 hour employee is not really a $15 hour employee. That's a $32 hour employee because you got FICA, you got 401k, maximum benefits, you got unemployment insurance and workers' comp insurance. Like, it takes a lot to have an employee here. And it's not helping that our current government is looking to tax even more. So it makes sense to take some of your stuff, if not all your stuff, offshore, where you can leverage the value of the dollar. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
Good point. And I don't want y'all to think that you're cheating anybody or you're stealing or robbing. These are the value. This is the exchange for the American dollar. This is just what it is. The dollar goes farther in other countries. It took me a while to wrap my mind around that too. I'm like, why the hell? Back in the day, it was like $1. Then it went to $2. It just came up years ago.
Yeah, I mean, they live a comfortable life. Like $4 hour VA, man. They got a car, they got a house, they go to the massage. Put it this way, let me throw some stats out. The average rent in the Philippines is $125 US. Right? Gosh. So if you're paying your VA $100 a week part-time at $4 an hour, what we want to help you get. That's one of their checks. Here in America, it usually takes 2.5 to 3 paychecks to cover your rent. The average person, if you break down the statistics. So when you're looking at the quality of life, they good. They fine.
So round up, if you want to get started right now, obviously we got a couple of things. Antoine has a mastermind coming up. The link is in the video description. He's got 2 programs. One is standard, one is expert, and he's giving us a discount for that. You got to go through my link to get the discount because we negotiated it for you. So tell me about the class you got coming up, Antoine. We want to give some people that just might want to do that.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a crazy class. Like, we always underprice our class, $49. You know, typically it's like $199, but we want to give people an opportunity who really want to do this business, that's on a bandwidth budget, an opportunity not to make an excuse to why they can't do this business. So, like I said, we're going to be covering how to run comps, how to pick a market, what is virtual wholesaling, managing VAs, all of that for less than $49 for the entire day, June 5th. So write that on your calendar, June 5th, pull up. We're going to take really good care of you for $49. That's 50% off. Tickets is really $99, but we made sure to give you a nice, good discount.
So round up, I want you to make sure you understand. If you get the VA Mastery Program, all right, that's going to be, what is it, $495?
Yeah, so we had 2 tiers. We had the VA Mastery Standard, which means that you're not getting anything but just 2 VAs in your 6-month warranty. That's $495. That's how our pricing model is. And then you'll be locked into a $4 hour rate after you pay the one-time fee. Then if you want to get the content and education go with it, it's really $929 for the VA Mastery Expert, but we're giving you guys a discount, so it'll be $829. And that comes with all the video modules and everything, as well as Saturday School. Saturday School is a program that we use to train our team, the VAs, as well as the owners and operators, a lot more on subjects that we feel that can be explain in further details outside the basic training that comes with. And as well as you'll get access to the bi-weekly calls every 2 weeks. The VA Mastery calls where you can come on and ask your questions, real estate questions, VA questions, it doesn't matter. I've been running that call for the last 2 years.
But I want to make sure you're going to throw in the mastermind too, right? I just want to make sure for
Yes.
my guys, you're going to give them
Yes.
the mastermind.
Yes, we'll throw in a mastermind ticket if you able to pay today with your link, and you'll get access to that mastermind. That mastermind is June 5th, so put that on your calendar.
Sweet. All right, mastermind. Let me tell you, Roundup. I didn't blow up. I promise you, I didn't blow up till I started hanging around the people that could bring me. You know what? My thing is around me. Let me ask you, Antoine. I want people around me for the ideas. Forget what you got, what you own, all that stuff. I'm like, I just want to know what do you think about that, Antoine? What do you think about? If we start, what if we tried that?
Right.
I just want people around me. So, I guess my question for you is it important for you to have the right people around you to maybe bounce ideas and keep you sharp as well?
Definitely, man. You don't want to be the smartest person in your circle. You always want to challenge yourself. Even your current circle, you should always be looking to switch people out, add more people in, because you grow, man. You grow. Like your 20s was different than your 30s going to be, plus your 40s. So you always got to make sure that you're constantly doing a circle audit. Who's in my circle now that can really help me further? And it's not using nobody, right? Because you're bringing just as much value to their life as they're bringing to yours. But you just got to, if your current circle all they want to do is party and smoke weed and drink, you should reevaluate that, because that's not the discipline you need to kind of like push your business forward. You need somebody that's going to call, hey man, what's up, man? You BSing, man. Get on it, man. Like that's going to really ride you and tell you what you want to hear. And you don't want a whole lot of people praising you either. Like if you're winning, all right, okay, you did 100,000 in 3 months. Okay, let's see, can we do 250?
What's next?
And they're not even phased or impressed that you're bragging to them, because they're still trying to push you.
What's next? Okay, you did that. What we doing next? What's next?
Exactly.
I think, Antoine, I want to ask you. For me, I'm uncomfortable. Like when I know there's some guys, even like with Ron LeGrand, every time I'm around them, I just kind of get this little. I'm always uncomfortable, man. Is that just how it is when you're growing?
Yeah, but the thing is, man, I be around guys, man, and I'm not uncomfortable, but I'm myself, right? And
I'm not saying acting different. I'm just saying I don't know what's gonna come out of his mouth. I don't know what he's gonna say.
Right.
I mean, he might ask me whatever. It's not hanging around somewhere where the conversation is Damon Dash.
The conversation definitely different, but you just got to be able to hang in there and articulate and talk their language, right? People do business with who they like, so you got to understand them. One of my mentors, Brandon Dawson, he taught me, you got to model, mimic, and master. So if you're trying to be a $300,000 a month wholesaler, right? And I'm reading a book right now, right? Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick.
My boy, Patrick. That's the guy that makes me uncomfortable too.
Yeah, so I'm up reading, I'm binge reading. I smoked 3 cigars, like, oh shit, man, I smoked 20 cigars. And I'm like, this book is good, because I usually just listen to audibles. Like, I don't really read that much because I'll be so busy, but I literally made the time to read this book. And he's telling me, like, man, you got to plan this, you got to do this, you got to do this. And I'm like, man, I'm not even running 10% of my capacity. Like, I got so much work to do. I'm hyped. I read that book and like I was feeling a little down at first, like, man, I got this. And then when you listen to these guys and you're looking at it like, wow, there's another level to this. Even because the beautiful thing about life, you can be on $100 million rocket heading to the moon. And then a $300 million rocket pass you, like, oh yeah, we're going to Mars, see you later. And you're like, oh my God, I got to get to that level. So like, it's unlimited. Like your mind should always be open to like challenge yourself to do things. So when you come, like you say, you come around great people, it do make you think and it make you agitated until a point, not like you're jealous or you envy them.
No.
Like, hey man, dang, like everything I work for, that's kind of like this washed off the table. It's starting fresh because that's the new level you're on. It's like a video game. You start brand new. You beat the board, you happy. Now they put you on another board and it's even tougher.
Well, roundup is for me. I just get I just feel like it's not going to be in your comfort zone to grow. And hanging out with people like Antoine, he's gonna pull you. I seen the guy's stuff. He's gonna push you. It ain't gonna be. Yeah. It's not the most comfortable thing. I feel like growth happens on the other side of comfort.
Yeah, you got to be honest with yourself. Like, okay, you allowing this job to make excuse of why you can't come home and make these calls. Well, you get up every morning, you're going to go live somebody else's dream and help them build their dreams. Why
Mhm.
can't you come home and give yourself that 2 hours a day and pour into yourself?
Good
You
point.
know what I mean? And I think that's why, like, a lot of people come to me because they got jobs. Most of my average customers, they got jobs. They work in the government. They got big security clients where they can't bring their phones in, so they just
Mhm.
need a VA. They still do them calls and make them reps because no matter how busy you are, the work is there. It still got to get done. And why not use a $4 VA to help you?
Sweet. I appreciate that. Antoine Campbell here with the Roundup Homies talking about virtual assistants. What's the VA number? There's a link in the video description, Brooklyn Buff. There's a link in the video description. You don't have to call. Just go ahead and hit the link there, and we'll have another one if you just need to. If you want to come for the mastermind, you can do that too. Both programs include the mastermind. How many hours is that, Antoine, for the mastermind on June 5th?
June 5th, we probably go about 7 hours. We try not to go too long.
Wow,
Our stuff is really potent. Like,
that's a
it been
lot
times
of time.
I did masterminds. We started at like probably like 10 in the morning and they ain't wrap up to 9, 10 at night.
How
So it's
important is it?
definitely,
And go ahead.
I know, I was saying definitely intensive.
How important is it to have a mastermind? And I know that's one of the things in Think and Grow Rich. One of the keys to success. I'm just like, I want to hear your opinion.
Man, it's important, man. Like, the minute I start investing in myself, that's when I really turned around. Like when you start to get around people that can simplify things that you've been overcomplicating in your head, it's worth any money. You know what I mean?
Priceless.
So like
Priceless.
it's priceless. Like because even the relationships you create from the master, I created masterminds and groups and events 2 years ago that people are still benefiting from to this
Make
day.
money. Make money with them.
Yeah.
Mhm. My life changed, Antoine. I didn't believe in masterminds. A few years ago, I started going to him. Yo, you can meet one guy, you're gonna make 20 grand. Another guy, like, he might know
Mhm.
somebody. Like, do you know anybody that could do this? Boom, yeah, call him over there. It's crazy, y'all.
Man, the relationship
Masterminds,
business is the best business.
man. Connections, y'all. So round up, get signed up. The link is in the video description. Antoine is a master at outsourcing. Even when I communicate with him, I'm communicating with VAs. I'm glad that he's even here right now. Let's get VAs handling all
Yeah.
the social media.
I got high level VAs too. Don't you think just because they $4 an hour, they can't be high level? I got 3 high level VAs. One of my VAs that you were speaking to earlier, that's my COO. I recently promoted him, and he pretty much handled the day to days and several of my businesses. And like the thing is, people think, oh, VA just good for cold calling. They only $4 an hour. You gotta understand, some of these people went to school. They engineers, they
Yeah,
doctors, they lawyers. A lot of your big U.S. companies, a lot of people don't know this. Your big law firms and your big architect firms, they
data
outsource
mine.
that stuff. The drawings and the buildings and the spec sheets and all that. Somebody's in Bangladesh or Philippines drawing that stuff up, and then they just use their American engineer to stamp it to say yes, this is good. So like you know, call Papa John's right now, guys. Call Papa John's right now, and I guarantee you somebody in the Philippines taking your order. We did this the other
Wow.
day. My aunt came over. My aunt said, "You really think VAs work for Papa John's?" I said, "Watch this. Hello, what time you close? Oh, we close at 9 o'clock. Can I help you?" I'm like, "Oh, that's a VA right there. Told you."
There's a book, I can't remember who wrote it. It's called Flat Earth.
Hmm.
Round up, we're living in a flat earth time. It don't matter where you at. It's irrelevant. You can do business with anybody around the whole
Yeah,
planet.
yeah.
Oh,
Technology is amazing. We even have a virtual office. So right
good
now we getting our
gracious.
third floor build on it. In our virtual office, about 55 VAs that work directly for me. That goes there. You can go in there and meet them. They office even have backgrounds. My office, I got my family picture on the walls. The back, like it's crazy what you can do with this virtual stuff.
I'm so excited for you, man. I'm glad. I'm happy for you too that are watching to come learn this stuff. This VA is the way of the future. And it was crazy. Give us a picture, Antoine, then we get to some Q&A.
Okay,
Guy with VAs, guy without VAs. I want to know. I'm just picturing it in my head. This guy's whole team, this guy's trying to do it. Give us a little
man.
comparison.
One person like 3 candy bars away from having a stroke because of stress. The other person, they not they a little stressed, but they're not as stressed, and things are getting done. Progression is made on a daily basis. This guy without VAs, he's still calling and falling back on leads and stuff slipping through the cracks. And he called Miss Jackson, and she like, baby, I sold that house 2 weeks ago. He mad like, oh man, she told me she should sell it to me. And man, this is a cold-blooded business we in. So the VAs really help you stay with speed, man. Speed is everything in this business.
Yeah, timing.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Kennedy was saying, today lettuce is tomorrow's trash. You can't even
Mm-hmm.
use the lettuce tomorrow. Can't even use it. So round up, get your questions in the box over here from my boy Antoine. And don't forget, we have members first questions. If you'd like to support the Roundup channel, there's a little link right there and right below the picture here. It will not work on Apple iPhone. I do not know why. You can't join the channel on iPhone. But any other platform you can join it. Just I wanted to create something just a little extra for my busy professionals and entrepreneurs. You can support the Roundup channel and help me continue to create content like this and meet guys like Antoine. And it's just going to cost you nothing but a large Starbucks coffee a month. And I want to say thank you for supporting the channel, y'all. Go Getter Family. What up, Gene? I changed the name for this channel to Go Getter Family. Put up some episodes. Welcome. Okay, cool, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Anthony Barnes wants to know, how did you train your VAs, Antoine?
Man, I took what I learned from the hotel and applied it. You know what I mean? Like a schedule, weekly meetings, beginning of the week meeting, setting the expectation, and the end of the week meeting, closing out. Okay, this is the expectation I want. This is how many leads we need to hit a day. Let's meet on Friday to see what happened, so we can reflect and plan for next week. Using the stuff I learned from Traction, level 10 meetings, giving your employees quarterly rocks. Like, okay, this is what I want from you. Having reviews with them, employee performance reviews, to look at the quality of them. Do it make sense to keep them? Is they, bringing in enough leads to justify their salary? So it's a whole lot of stuff we go through with you guys.
Antoine, you're so down to earth, man. Real quick, Antoine, I heard you mention something about V1. I never heard that before.
Yeah, so you are you familiar with airplanes?
Not at all. I get on them and fly. That was about
okay.
it.
So you familiar with the concept of the plane go down the runway and it takes off, right?
Yeah.
So it comes from that concept, right? It comes from when a pilot takes off and he put the engines in the fastest mode possible. You're going so fast down the runway that if a catastrophic failure happens to the engines or anything, they going so fast that they can't stop or turn back. So they got to pull up. So V1 just means that you're at a point where there's no turning back. So when I name my business V1, everybody who came and seen me, they're at a point in their real estate career where they invested so much and they did all of this. Now I'm like the fix. I'm coming and helping them. There's no turning back. You're too far. You got to continue to push.
I love it, man. I love it. That's so crazy. The number. Brooklyn, where did you find the V? Oh, okay, Brooklyn B. No, I'm sorry, Brooklyn Buff. Where did you find the VAs, Antoine?
So these VAs are not your Fiverr, your Upwork VAs. These VAs are really solid source VAs, mostly relationship guys. So good VAs know good VAs. So we have an amazing internal recruitment program where we get referrals from other people, people who's looking to exit the call center life to come home, to work from home. We get a lot of them to come work for us. And we have an amazing recruitment platform where people who just want to switch over to being a work-at-home VA because it's such a convenient thing to do. And COVID really helped drive that, because now, like, the quality of good, solid managers, ex-managers, and employees that used to work for these call centers that now they shut down, we're able to recruit and add to our pool. So it's really been an amazing 12 months for us.
It's amazing how some businesses go up and some go down in any climate, correct?
Correct.
It's just part of life. Somebody breaking into something over there. I
don't know what's going on. One of my neighbors.
Round up, get your questions in for Antoine. Candace says, what up? Carrion said she gave you a hard time, but thanks for the VAs. They're crushing it.
There's a bunch of customers gave me hard times, but I'm not mad at them. I'm not even saying her, but a lot of my customers, they never managed employees before. They never had nobody that they had to manage. You know what I'm saying? They were
talk about that for a minute, Antoine. People, it's so different from doing something to delegating it for someone else to do. Stay there.
It's like leaving the G League this is a G League hat, DC Go-Go. That's the G League team for the Washington Wizards. It's like leaving the G Leagues and coming to the pros. It's a different level. It's a different speed. You know what I mean? The finger pointing, you can't finger point. You
Delegation.
can't, say, it's not my fault. Everything's your fault when you're the owner. Even if it's not your fault, you got to take full accountability.
Everything.
And people struggle with that. You know what I mean? And that's why we had the leadership trainers and our VA courses and stuff. We really want to pull into our people, let them know that you're not hiring a VA, you're hiring an employee to help build your business. And that's what we teach and we try to show our customers.
Thank you. Round up, get started with Antoine's virtual assistants below. Don't forget, you're going to get included in the 7-hour mastermind on June 5th. It's crazy. It's going to be included, right? So if you get signed up today, obviously you got to get it before June 5th. Somebody else says Justin's has, he already has a VA as well. It made my business much easier. Wow, you're the man.
Man, it's crazy because we help thousands of customers, right? With no Facebook ads, no nothing. And I'm here to tell you, man, when you take care of people,
To take care of you.
Our customers, a lot of word of mouth. Word of mouth is a really big thing what we do.
Yeah, it's weird. You gotta, and I think you gotta care too, Antoine. You gotta care about people sometime, man. I mean, it doesn't take much to care.
Yeah, I'm the type of guy, man. On Fridays and Mondays, I literally call my customers. Hey, how you doing? How's everything? I don't do it every time, but I try my best to be that hands-on to the point where I am taking the temperature on my business to figure out what people are struggling with and what could we do to help them.
Sweet. We got 50 people on here, Antoine, making sure we're getting the word out. Lakeisha, how can I get the course? They DM'd you. It's hard to get in touch with this guy. It's in the video description, Lakeisha.
Just hit the link, man. You commit today, man, and let's ride off in the sunset. We're here to help you. And I guarantee you, when you come to the mastermind, we're going to put you together. We're going to put a whole entire business. First of all, the workbook that we put together. No one gives these type of workbooks. These workbooks, people spend $20,000, $30,000 in the masterminds in real estate that we're giving out, as far as the structuring and the KPIs and all that great stuff.
Cool. Vince, Antoine, have you learned Tagalog yet? I don't know. Is that a joke? I don't know. Is that Tagalog? I don't know.
I don't know what Tagalog is, man.
Okay. Latanya, what up? What up? Brooklyn says he's going to sign up. Come on over, Brooklyn. I'm Filipino. Oh, he's Filipino. Thank you for looking out for my people. It's a blessing.
Man, I love you. Man, I feel like I'm part of the culture. I'll be over there next year. We having V1 day.
Tell us about that. Tell us about your relationship with them.
Man, it's a family. It's a family business. You know what I mean? I guess I'm African American. I gotta get my ancestry, but I think I'm African American.
You are, man.
But I know for a fact that them people, when you really care about them and you genuinely not in it just solely for the money, they go so hard for you. Even through my struggles, my team with me, they ride with me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to sit here and act perfect. We've been through a lot, and I got some loyal people on my team. And there's some bad apples. That's any race. There's some bad apples, but overall, there's some good people, some good quality people over there. And people like, so why you won't get the Spanish VAs? Because, guys, you got to understand, when you start mixing different cultures, it messes up the vibrations of what you got going on. So that's why it's strictly 100% Filipinos, because of, like, people don't believe, man, culture barriers is a real thing. Like, when you go to different countries, it's take a time to adapt, and the way that people think and the mindset, the way they talk, they speak. A person can be like, I give you an example. If you talk to a Jamaican, my sister's husband is Jamaican. He sounds like he's angry every time I talk to him, but that's just the way he talks. What's up, Antoine? How you doing? What's up? I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? Like, what's your issue? Come to find out, that's just the way he communicates.
It's weird you say that, because people can get killed and hurt over nothing. I didn't even think nothing about it.
And that's one thing I teach the VAs is, when you're talking to your clients or your operators, whatever you want to call them, your boss, whoever, pick up the damn phone and have a conversation with them, because sometimes text and messaging can be misconstrued, and the energy of what you text may be taken the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the real estate SMS, when you're talking to sellers and clients, sometimes you might want to take that from an SMS to a live call, because there's some sensitive stuff you may be talking about, and they may can take what you're saying to them the wrong way.
Yep. Those texts, there's no personality. I mean, It could be shit, man. Bad could mean good. Happy could mean, it could be sarcastic.
Exactly.
Round up, get signed up. Antoine Campbell, getting your virtual assistant mastery in the video description. The man has 2 programs for you. Both of them will include the 7-hour virtual assistant mastermind on June 5th. Thank you for doing it. That's all virtual too, right? They don't have to show up anywhere.
Everything virtual. Everything virtual. Yeah, but the way our events feel, it don't even feel like it's virtual. We did our last year big event. We had a program called Club Drip. In between the breaks, it was like club music. Then we found some graphics to make it feel like it was in a club, the lights flashing, and we had a virtual photo booth where you can take your photos and upload it back to my Instagram and stuff. And the engagement, man, like you just got to be creative.
Sweet. Micaiah, what approach will you use to purchase land that has no mortgage on it from a for sale by owner? I'll let Antoine handle that.
Yeah, I bought some land in Fort Charlotte, Florida. I'm still looking to buy more land down there. I use a simple 2-page agreement, guys. Don't overcomplicate this. A simple 2-page agreement. If you know you want the land, then put a date that you want to close on. If it's a big piece of land, or if you don't know the entitlements, or if there's an easement on the land, then you might want to put some type of feasibility study or some due diligence period on there, 60, 90 days or something like that. But if you know this was an infill lot, there probably was a house on it, I know I can put another house on it. I just bought it. You know what I mean?
Grandfathered in.
Yeah, so you just gotta don't overcomplicate this stuff, guys. A simple 2-page contract. Yeah. We rock with the same contract for everything.
2 pages, man. Do not be going down there with no 13-page.
You're gonna scare people away because people don't understand the reason the 13-page contract is not for the benefit of the seller or the buyer. It's for the benefit of the real estate brokerage.
Yeah.
The brokerages and stuff. So you look at this 13-page, 14-page contract, the only thing that got nothing to do with you is the first 2 pages. After the first 2 pages, straight disclosures and disclaimers and stuff like that protects the brokerage.
Mm-hmm. Good point, man. Y'all make sure that's a good one. Y'all make sure hit that thumbs up too on the video right below here. Make sure you give us a like. David wants to know, what specific tasks do your virtual assistants accomplish in your business, Antoine?
What specific tasks they didn't accomplish? That's a question you should ask me. I can get some good ones: transaction coordinators, acquisition managers, disposition managers, COO. I don't have a CFO, but I have directors, director HR, recruitment managers. It's crazy. It's bananas. I can't. It's a lot. So, like I said, I got a lot of people that work for me. You've seen that firsthand. Take care of a lot of my business. I couldn't do this without them. Even my IG, people think I literally be on it all day. I don't manage my IG as much. So when people I DM'd you, I don't really be on it that much.
They get hot, yeah. I'm learning from this man. I promise you. I have to get out of. You know what? It could be a strength and it could be a gift and a curse. Hands on.
Yeah, you gotta definitely know how to balance it. You definitely gotta know how to balance it.
Yeah.
Because there is a thing over delegating. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, and the easiest thing to do is to keep a pulse in your business. Keep checking in. Keep using something like we got like Hubstaff. That's a program that you use to check on your VAs. It's showing you screenshots of what they're doing, stuff like that. So you just got to be equipped with the right tools.
Look at this. Another person, Cash Anyhow. So we got a VA from Antoine a year ago, and they're still with us. Wow.
Antoine, man, this is heartfelt, man. This is heartfelt. Like,
you're a beast.
To see people, like come on your channel and people know who I am. That's a blessing within itself.
You're the man. That is so cool. At 4, I already had 3 or 4 people. Wow. Antoine, that means you're doing what you say you're going to do. You just got to do what you say you're going to do, man. And this ain't like you're asking for an arm and a leg. From my experience, there are a lot of programs out there that are way more expensive than what you're asking.
Right. That's my theory, man. Like, take care of people and they take care of you in return. That's all I roll by.
They will. Anthony wants to know, being a new business owner, how would I go about obtaining a VA? He's got the program right there.
The program, you get the program, hop on the bi-weekly calls, and we'll help you.
$500. I mean, come on. As I get older, I look at money a little differently. How much money have I wasted away? Just wasted away, Antoine. How about you? You wasted some dollars, man?
I'm a little frugal when it comes to giving people money. But yeah, I probably waste some money over the years.
You in DC, man? I know you did some partying up there, dog. I
don't do much partying. I had when I had my first business, when I was making all that money, I had 13 cars in front of my apartment, and I didn't even have a house. So like,
They were
I had to
yours?
look. Yeah, yeah,
Your cars?
yeah. My car's cash. I had 3 Chargers. I had the 2013, the older body style, the
Get out of here.
2015, and the 2016, and a Challenger, and like an old Camaro or something. Like when you first, when a person first get money, because they just start this.
Show it.
They just like. That's why I sit back and I see people. You can tell when they got a little money. Like once you get money, man, and you start to make it consistently, you don't really have to do them things anymore.
Well, not only that, let me ask you, for me, it's a burden.
Oh
People
yeah,
don't
it's
even
a burden.
understand, like when you get, people don't, like if I get 100K in, I can't spend it. I can't spend it.
You don't know
It
what to
has
do with
to
it.
be managed. And you better
Yeah.
know what the hell. Go ahead. I'll let you
Yeah.
take that.
I mean, like you come across like, and this is what I see time and time again. Like the average customer come to me, not the average, but some customers come to me, and I'm just being transparent so people know what they up against. They come to me, they get their first deal, they get a $25,000 check. Then they come to me when they get down to 5,000. Can you help me get this back on track? And I'm looking like, why did you come when you got the first bit of money so we can really put together a solid plan?
Management, money
So
management. Just money.
money management, financial literacy, that's a big thing, man. Even if you don't have the money, there's still a way you can do this business. I don't know if you allow me to break it down for a
Go
few
ahead.
minutes, but
Yeah, man.
um, the first thing I do is come up with what we call a break-even analysis, guys. Figure out what it's going to cost you to keep your doors open. Okay, you know you need a VA because you're working for Lockheed Martin and you in some secret basement and you can't bring your phone, right? So you know that you get off work at 5 o'clock, so somebody should be cold calling and marketing for you. So by the time you get off work and run home, you're only talking to motivated sellers, right? So what that would cost you? Well, get a VA from us. You pay us the course fee up front on the website. Check out the website and the link. And literally, you get the VA from us $4 an hour. So the way we really got on for real, and people love us is they don't have to pay the call center fees, the 10 and 12, $13 an hour these call centers charging. We say, man, you just take it at cost. You pay the VAs directly, you pay the upfront fee, everybody's happy. And literally, um, you know, you do all of that stuff, you figured it out, you know that the VA costs you $100 a week because you're gonna work on 5 hours a day at $4 an hour. That's $400 a month. You know your posturing, $99 a month. KrisPropertyData.com. Go grab your 7-day free trial,
Yep.
right? You know that's $99 a month. Your
We're
call to
97. We got a discount on them too. If you would come through our
okay,
link, it's
okay, okay,
$97.
okay. I'm not sure what dollar you representing, but call tools or whoever you representing, that's like $99 a month. So you all land maybe $1,000 a month, $1,200 a month. Now, let's say, for example, you don't have a big bank account or savings account. Now you look and say, okay, how much money could I, from my job, cipher into my business and self-finance? Then could I work 2 hours a day driving Uber or Lyft or Uber Eats to offset this for the next 12 months? And that's what I teach my clients. You have to dedicate at least 12 months to this business before you yield any results. And the number one question I want you guys to answer while I'm about to ask it is, could you do this business 12 months, day in, day out, and be okay with not seeing no results? And
Cash
if the
flow.
answer if the answer is no, then you might want to reconsider doing this
Say
business.
that again, Antoine. Let's stay there because a lot of people are like, when am I going to get my first deal? When am I going to get my, it's almost like I call it deal-itis.
Yeah, I mean, like I see people, and here's the true transparency. I see people get their first deal in 1 week, but what they didn't disclose to you was their uncle had a wife, their mother died, and the deal fell in their lap. So it wasn't really truly wholesaling and grinding. It was just a convenience thing. And now they're struggling trying to get another deal because they never really went through the process to structure a solid wholesaling business. So don't worry about what's on the next man plate. Worry about creating a consistent business where that you can predict, okay, I got 3 deals on a contract this month. How can I get to 6? You know what I mean? When you come to these masterminds like what we offer, you're able to see and differentiate yourself from everybody else to know that it's a pipeline thing. And if you're not generating a lot of leads every day, you're not going to get many
You don't.
deals because it's all about lead generation.
Numbers game. I'm glad you mentioned the term a rounduppers because 12 months, it's a cat. I think people get into real estate. They think they're getting into real estate to make money quick. And I don't know,
That's
man.
not
It's
it.
just
That's not
not
the
really been
move.
my thing.
Real estate to me, this is if you ask me what do real estate mean to me, real estate is a tool to be able to save and put up large chunks of money to invest in other things to reinvest in. Whether that's
It's just
buying
money.
homes, that's online businesses, that's e-commerce, that's affiliate marketing, whatever you do, I don't care. But you take the money from real estate and you reinvest in something else to let it keep working for you. Wholesaling real estate it is. And then you'll buy whole real estate as your wealth building, long-term tax avoidance play. That's my definition.
Yeah, I think real estate. It's just money. Like this is more fulfilling. To me, it's just money. I mean, you make deal. You're gonna buy, sell houses. It's just money, man. People, you got a price for a house. It's just money. But you're impacting people's lives with this stuff, Antoine.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like when I get DMs, man, hey, bro, like I made 50,000 because of your VAs. That's so heartfelt. Like like they actually took the information we provided and applied it in real time and made money from it.
Yeah, good. Y'all get your questions in for Antoine Campbell, the VA mastery, the VA master, VA king. Dude has VAs doing all type of stuff. And then I don't think people have to take it as far as you do. I mean, do they have to go that far?
No, they don't have to go that far. Like I'm just crazy when it comes to things, man. I'm like that all the time. Somebody told you I had 13 cars outside my apartment, so you can imagine how my current is.
Round up, get signed up, get joined up to the VA Mastery below. The link's in the video description for Antoine. And plus, it comes with the VA Mastermind. And somebody's asking here, Erica wants to know, will the Mastermind on June 5th be recorded or will it be only live? Can she access it later?
Yeah, you'll have a recording. It's usually available 72 hours and you can watch it.
Gotcha. Hood Handyman. This is a great concept. Thanks for joining us, brother. Blessings. Hey, hello. Thank you. Sonia. Nice smile. Have you worked with outside U.S. projects such as Puerto Rico, Antoine?
In my eyes, that's a part of the United States. So did we ever work on? I don't think we did. We did. We got a customer who lived in Puerto Rico and he was doing deals in the United States. So yeah, we had a customer. We got customers that live in. We got a lot of international customers. Customers in the UK. We got customers live in Shanghai. We got customers live in Iran. We got customers that live in what's the place that's currently getting bombed?
Pakistan.
It's the other place.
Is it Venezuela?
It's like a rich place. It's a rich Middle Eastern country.
Dubai.
I don't know if it's Kuwait. I think it's Kuwait. It's one of the places over there. But we got customers over there. We got customers in Japan. What's that place? I can't pronounce it. Nagasaki. Something like with the Navy. So we got a lot of shout out to my Navy people. My Navy.
I was gonna say military guys.
Look, man, they trying to get on. So like I try my best to help them. You know what I mean? So it been times where I'm up 2, 3 in the morning talking to them because that's the time they're available. Because I still want them to win. They purchase something from me, and I want to make sure they actually get what they paid for.
Thank you for that, Antoine. Thank you. Vince wants to know: would you recommend VAs to manage rental properties too?
We got a bunch of people who's managing their rental properties solely with VAs. We even doing a project. I can't really speak much on it, but we helping a guy take a company 100% virtual with VAs, and he might get an IPO. Man, he might end up selling that company. I know a couple of people who sold their company ran solely with VAs. One dude, he sold his company for 8 figures. So it's possible.
Wow. Round up. We're here. Get your questions in. Late to the party. You made it. What's the upfront free? Brooklyn be enough? I think that's in the video description. You can see all the fees right there below. You gotta just follow that link. He gave me my special link for the roundup homies.
Yeah, it's definitely a fee. But I'm telling you, the value you're getting compared to the fee you pay is a no-brainer. Especially if you use the $12 hour call center, or let's go $10 hour. $10 hour, full-time VA, that's $21,000 a year. Mm-hmm. My model, you pay us a small fee plus your VA salary for the entire year. You probably no more than $8,600. I'm saving you $12,000 just by tweaking one little thing, guys. And that's what the power of having masterminds and great people around you. You can tweak one thing and save tens of thousands of dollars or make tens of thousands of dollars.
Just plug into the system, man. I'm done. I'm at the age of my life. When you get older, how old are you, Antoine, by the way?
32.
See, I got 12 years. I just want to write a check. Just boom, let's get doing it.
I'll make you feel a little better. My mama 49.
Oh my gosh.
I was born 88, she born 71.
You was a baby, dog. Ron LeGrand says, Kris, I got underwear older than you. Blessing, Kris. I want you to be my coach. Email, yep. If you want to email me, just Kris at krishaskins.com. Matter of fact, we'll probably get you in touch with Antoine and handle some of that front end stuff. Low end prize, Whitston. I don't know why, but it seems a bit hard to find a solid team. I don't have any family or friends to help me. Any suggestions, Antoine?
Philippines. The Philippines. Get you some VAs, man. Like, can I be honest?
Go,
Like,
man, go.
You can't mix business with everybody. You know,
That's not bad, though. I mean, that's just life.
It's certain people I would never do business with because I cherish the friendship more than the business.
I'd rather be your friend than do business.
See what I'm saying? So, like, I know for a fact how I roll in business, and I know the energy I ask for in business. And some people, they can't handle the pressure. So instead of burning up a friendship, I preserve the friendship and saying that we can't do business.
That's so smart, dude. I'm like, all right, look, let's just be cool, man. Let's don't even do business.
Yeah.
I feel you though. Low end prize. My thing is, look, if you're looking for a team, the man has a whole VA team. He's doing a mastermind for set, dude. You get to hang out with him, ask him questions. Is it going to be you teaching, Antoine?
Yeah, it's going to be me teaching. Me and probably a couple other my high level people in my business, but definitely I always lead the way when it comes to these masterminds. And like I said, we don't hold nothing back. We tell you everything you want to know. That's just our model.
Michael wants to know, how does he sign up? He just needs the 7-hour training for the 49. Michael, we need that link too.
Yeah, we'll have the link. Give us like an hour. We'll have the link inside your link. So just give us an hour, check back. I guarantee you it'll be in there.
Yeah, if you just want to come to the mastermind, I mean, it's $100 value, or I don't know what his main price is. He's giving us a discount on that also. If you just need to come to that, if you want to come to that class. He said, Makai says they're bombing in Lebanon. Is that what you're talking about?
Nah, but I know they're bombing over there too. But
I'm glad they ain't here yet. Sheesh.
Nah, I know one of the ladies I work for in Lockheed Mountain, they was working on our missile defense system. That's off the coast of Florida, and it's crazy. I can't talk more about it, but it's crazy what we got, as a country that can deter that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Round up. Let me get one more time. We're here with Antoine Campbell, working with virtual assistants. He's mastered the game. The man has several VAs working with him. He's put together a whole program for you to get you hire VAs for you. That's the VA Mastery. It's in the video description below. Just click on the link. Get signed up right there. It includes 7-hour mastermind to hang out directly with Antoine for June 5th. Don't miss it, y'all. Don't miss it. You're going to be sad you did, man. I mean, I know I'm going to be there. I can't wait to see what this dude's doing. Thank you. Vince says, thank you, brother Antoine.
I appreciate you, Vince.
That's it. Okay, this is what I needed. Inspiration. Go get signed up. All right, man. No more questions. Antoine, give us some final thoughts. We got 55 people on here listening to you and just want to see what encouragement and recommendations would you give my round-uppers?
Hey, man, it's going to be hard. Nothing about this, what you want is easy. Don't give up. Stay disciplined. Have great people around you. Put your family first. Put God first. And stay disciplined. There's going to be times where you're going to sit at the edge of your bed and cry. But don't give up. Because you'll be that close between giving up and making $20,000. That's how this life works. I don't know how religious you guys are on here, but I believe if there is a God, he has a crazy sense of humor.
He does. Acres of diamonds. Acres of diamonds. You'd be digging right there. When you got cut off, you're talking about 80% psychological with wholesaling. That's exactly where you got cut off, Antoine.
Yeah,
let's circle back around to that.
Yeah, so I was just basically saying, like, to me, 80%. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 80% of people I see that come across, they overcomplicate things. It's a psychological thing. They fail and they quit because they allow their mind to overtake the actual physical work. One thing my trainer told me, it might not look like I'm in training, but like I got a trainer. He told me that you can literally build muscle and trim fat by allowing your mind to focus on doing that activity, such as chest pumps and lifting up curls. It helps accelerate the process. And it's research. It's research that they proved it. Like, if you focus solely on curling a dumbbell and trying to grow that muscle, your mind and your muscle will work together to make it grow. Wow. So when you see people, Man, I see people, man. I have events, man. 200, 300 people show up, and then I see them, and like a year later, they're not even thinking about real estate. It breaks my heart because I know for a fact that if they would have stuck with it and stayed more disciplined, they would be so much further.
It takes time. Yeah, round up this stuff. You cannot build this thing overnight. It does not happen like that. Like I think you hit that on the head. Some people do get a deal in a week or two, a month.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that that's the grind. You know, that's not. You're not
No,
going to be.
that's not like I'm telling you, it's a coincidence. Where like, oh man, when I got my first deal in 1 week and made 40K, like you're more likely to walk outside your door, take out the trash, and look up in the sky and see Comet shooting across the sky than to get a deal that way.
Good point, brother. Good point. Good point. All right, it's been an honor, man. Round up all the questions here. Links in the video description. Get your VAs on. Get your VAs on, so you don't have to worry about doing all that crazy cold calling. Did you ever do personal cold calling and get burned out?
Yeah. Man, I did it for a couple of days, and I said, "No, I'm good." It wasn't that being burned out. The fact of getting disrespected like so easily, like, and I'm calling you to try to give you money. You talking to me all types of ways. So I said, no, thank you.
To take yourself. Well, what I've learned is take myself out of things that I don't like to do and put people in it. That way I can kind of do what I'm good at.
Exactly. Like I always tell people, double down on your strengths and delegate out your weaknesses. And because the thing is, I'm 32 years old, right? So if I went the first 32 years and haven't mastered that particular skill, chances are I'll probably go the next 32 years still haven't mastered that skill. So let somebody come in and pay the right people, pay the right consultants or VAs or whoever you're hiring to come in and help scale your business.
Sweet. Okay, round up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like this content if we helped you at all. I keep forgetting to bring out my little hammer here. If we're helping you, share this content with any other investors that are thinking about getting into the real estate business the right way. Just like Antoine said, he didn't know where there was. You came in doing it like this. I think it's really phenomenal to see how we're trained. Like you can be trained how to go get a loan, tax returns, credit score, all that stuff the conventional way. And then you can get trained the unconventional way, like how I was trained. We don't even deal with banks, so it's like you choose how you want to come in. You get to choose. Come in with a master like Antoine or try to figure out yourself. All right. Antoine, it's been an honor, man. Thanks, Roundup. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yep.